Let's find the limit of this sequence, if it exists. The sequence -3 to the n over n factorial. This is a more difficult example because we're gonna have to use the squeeze theorem for this sequence. Note, firstly, that this is an alternating sequence. Because we have a -3 raised to the power of n, the terms of this sequence will alternate between negative and positive. So the only way it could possibly converge is if those negative and positive terms are both approaching 0. So in this sequence, note we could write the -1 separately from the 3. We could write it like this. So we have -1 to the n and 3 to the n. And this limit exists if and only if this limit, without the -1, is equal to 0. Again, that's because for this sequence to converge, its negative terms and positive terms both have to approach the same thing. That's only possible if that thing is 0. So rather than worrying about this limit, which alternates between positive and negative, let's worry about this one without the negative. If this limit equals 0, we'll know that the limit of our sequence does exist, and of course it would also equal 0. Now, the terms present in this limit, we'll call those Bn. So Bn equals 3 to the n over n factorial. That's just our sequence, but without the negatives. So then an arbitrary term of this sequence Bn will look like this. We'll have all those powers of 3 in the numerator from the 3 to the n, and in the denominator we'll have n factorial, which is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6, and so on all the way up to n. So this is what a general term looks like, and once we pass this factor, looking at this term of the sequence, every denominator is bigger than 4, well, the numerator will of course continue to be 3 in each subsequent factor. So all of these factors are less than 3/4, because the numerator will still be 3, but the denominators just keep getting bigger. But that means every term of our sequence, Bn, is less than this. This consists of this part multiplied by the upper bound of the rest of the term. The rest of these factors, we said, they're all less than 3/4. So if we replace them with 3/4, that would make something that is bigger. How many factors would we have? Well, it would be 3/4 to the n minus 4. The minus 4 comes from the fact that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 factors that need to be excluded. It's only after those 4 factors that we get all of these guys that are less than 3/4. Of course, those 1, 2, 3, 4 factors correspond to the first 4 terms of the sequence. So you might think we need to specify here that n is at least 4. We have to be at least 4 terms into the sequence for this inequality to make sense. But really, we don't. If we consider a value of n that's less than 4, like 1, 2, or 3, this exponent would be negative, and so we would actually flip this fraction, and it would become something that's bigger than 1, which would make this just even bigger. So the inequality is certainly still true, even though it gets a little weird. Now, we can go ahead and simplify this expression a bit. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 over 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 is 81 over 24. We also have 3/4 to the n times 3/4 to the -4. That's really what this is. So let's take the 3/4 to the -4 out. That looks like this. Since it's a negative power, we can actually flip the fraction to make it a positive power. Thus, we have 4/3 to the 4. And that still leaves the 3/4 to the n. The 3 in the denominator to the power 4 completely cancels out with the 81. One factor of 4 in the numerator cancels out with a factor of 4 from 24. That leaves 3 factors of 4, which is 64, and 6 in the denominator. And of course, we still have 3/4 to the n. And that reduces to this. Finally, we can start to work with an inequality and use the squeeze theorem. We know that each term of our sequence bn is positive because we got rid of the -1. We also just showed that it's bounded above by this, 32/3 times 3/4 to the n. Then we can take the limit of every part of this inequality. Note that when we take the limit, we need to change the less thans to less than or equal to. The limit of 0 as n goes to infinity is just 0. And then we have the limit of bn as n goes to infinity, and the limit of this guy as n goes to infinity. Now, as n goes to infinity, 3/4 to the n will go to 0, because 3/4 has a magnitude which is less than 1. Hence, every additional factor of 3/4 just shrinks it further. So, as n goes to infinity, this goes to 0. So, the limit is just 32/3 times 0, which of course is 0. Since bn is trapped between two things which we know approach 0 as n goes to infinity, it must be that the limit of bn is 0 by the squeeze theorem, which means our original sequence an also converges to 0. Remember, the sequence bn really is just the absolute value of an because it got rid of the negatives. And if the absolute values approach 0, indeed the sequence itself also converges to 0. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to check out my Calculus 2 course and Calculus 2 exercises playlists in the description for more.